Hey guys, this is Sunil here. It's been a while since I posted any music related tutorials, but now couldn't be more opportune owing to the times and conditions we're living in. I myself am just taking each day as it comes, counting my blessings, being grateful for being alive, safe and healthy, having food on my plate and expressing my profound gratitude to each and every single Corona warrior around the world who is risking, their lives day in and day out on the front lines to keep us safe. Whatever you can do in your city or country to help them, I urge you to help and support them in this cause, any which way possible. That being said, dear music composers, music producers, singer-songwriters, bedroom music producers, and even, casual digital music makers, I'd like to bring to your attention something that will probably make this weekend and coming days, weeks, and maybe even months interesting and keep you inspired to keep making music this period. So there's this new plugin. Actually, it isn't that new. It was released in 2019. It's called Ripchord. I'm using Ripchord version 2.0. It is a free chord generator plugin developed by Trackbout, Trackbout, for both Windows and Mac OS platforms, and it comes packaged as a VST3 plugin. Now, why I'm doing this video is because if you remember a while back, I had made a series of tutorials for another free chord generator plugin called CHORDZ, CHORDZ, from Code FN42. In that series, I had mentioned that one of the key limitations of the CHORDZ plugin was that it wasn't available on the Mac OS platform. Well, meet the solution to that issue: Ripchord by Trackbout. Now, before I continue, I'd like to make it very clear that if you are one of those music producers or composers that likes inbuilt presets and just ready to, plug and play, this may not be your type of plugin. Think of Ripchord plugin as an IKEA furniture set. Exceptional, classy, niche, but requires you to manually map the respective notes and chord progressions and make your own presets. And as you all know, IKEA has a niche in itself. So that's what probably would make this plugin even awesome. If you like an intro and explanation into the interface of Ripchord, there is already a video on that which is quite well explained. I'm linking it in the description so you can check that out as well. So as you can see, this is the interface of Ripchord. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm using a Reaper on a Mac OS. So I have loaded Ripchord and I have a basic piano. Now, one thing you must note is whenever you load this plugin, ideally you first load a VST instrument on this. I have a piano from Expand 2 over here. And then you go on to choose Ripchord on this area. This is the MIDI FX plugin, so put it here. Okay. The bottom keybed is where you will choose a particular key for triggering a chord, and the top keybed is where you will map individual notes to form a chord, based on which one key you click here and the chord will appear here. Now, in order to map chords, you will have to change from play mode to edit mode. So I'm just going to do that here. I'm just going to click a note here. Once you've mapped a chord, like I have for just one key, for example, you have to save it or name it as a preset. So I'm just going to go ahead and name this as demo. Okay, and then click this green, which is basically saving it. So now when I press this, that becomes a chord. So imagine the possibilities of having multiple chords all across the keyboard with different chord combinations. Two things I really liked about this plugin are: number one, it has a strum-like feature which can add a whole new dimension to the playability and sound of a particular instrument. Not to mention, it could actually make some of your guitar VST instruments sound more interesting and closer to a guitar. The second thing, and this is one of the most fundamental things based on which I designed my presets, is that Ripchord allows you to change the pitch up to 12 semitones high or low. So as in when I click this, I get an option here. Currently the pitch is at this. You have 12 semitones this way, that's low, and 12 semitones this way, which is high. As a rule of thumb, I map most of my chords to the keys on the 4th octave. That's starting from here. That is C4. As a result, whenever I map an entire octave based on a certain key or root note, I will always have the flexibility to move between 12 semitones up or 12 semitones down. And it's very, very useful when you're having a song or a composition and to find the singer's sweet spot, or that the song or composition sounds good in that particular key. Now that we've covered the basics, the main reason you're here. 2 weeks back, I was just dabbing around with some basic chord progressions, and I'd mapped 12 notes and said to myself that, you know what, let me see if I can play actual songs with this. So the first song I tried was Wonderwall by Oasis. I played a chord progression along with the song and it worked. So then I assumed by default that Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day would also be similar, and it was playable. I just had to change the transpose. So one thing led to another, and I found myself using this one preset for 20 songs and with potential for 50 more songs, just basically from alternative to chart toppers. All I did was change the transpose accordingly, and voila, I'm playing the acoustic piano version of songs using just single keys on my laptop keyboard. No prizes for guessing why I titled it an alternative Swiss Army knife preset. So let me just go ahead and load the preset. I will be posting a video in the next 3 to 5 days of why I chose to map the chords the way I did on this preset. It has something to do with me being a guitarist, and that I wanted this preset and its mechanism to be easily understood by non-pianists and guitarists, bassists, songwriters who don't have fluency or proficiency in playing the piano or don't have too much of music theory knowledge. So ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the alternative Swiss Army knife preset. It's one chord preset with countless song possibilities. With this preset you can play songs using just your laptop or desktop keyboard and MIDI keyboard. In the next 5 minutes you will see and hear 20 songs I played through with this alternative Swiss Army knife preset. I played it with a basic piano for your reference, but you can change the virtual instruments based on your instrument availability and preference. As I mentioned, a rule of thumb, make sure you're playing on C4, be it on your MIDI keyboard or your virtual MIDI keyboards on both FL Studio as well as Reaper. Also remember to ensure that your VST instrument is placed here while the Ripchord plugin is placed here. Now 3 things before this playthrough begins. Number 1, this preset can be used in a number of ways. For starters, I can play acoustic piano covers and post it on Instagram. You can learn some of the songs and impress your girlfriend, boyfriend, and who knows, if any of your family members likes any of the songs featured, then you can brighten their day as well. You can even change the instrument to a Steinway grand or electric piano or violin based on the availability of your virtual instruments and add your own special touch to it. Maybe do one of those balcony mini concerts using just your laptop and a big speaker. Number 2, don't look at this preset as a mini karaoke plugin only for songs. It could serve as a sketchpad for some of your songwriting ideas and inspiration. Try messing around with the transpose, strum option and other features to keep you excited and glued to the music making process. You can even use this preset for cinematic scores. Now again, I'm reinforcing the point that this is much more than a chord preset. I use this when I connect it to a vocoder plugin, the TAL vocoder, and I also use this as MIDI harmonies for vocals on Isotope Nectar. Maybe rope in an ARP or a step sequence and see what all creative stuff you can concoct. The possibilities are crazy. Number 3, as we are living in very trying times, the least, and I mean the very least, we can do is send out positive vibes and energy in any ways possible. That said, I want all of you watching this video to follow Trackbout.com on their Insta, YouTube and Facebook channels for providing this amazing free plugin. And in the comment section, please, and I mean please, comment #IamGrateful followed by whatever you feel thankful for. As a start, maybe say #I'm grateful for being alive today, #I'm grateful for food on my plate, #I'm grateful for all the angels and warriors out there fighting this war for us while we are comfortable and safe at home. I request that we do whatever we can to spread love, light and positive energy to everyone around. Alright then, before the playthrough begins, I'm going to list out the song names that are part of this playthrough series. And here are the songs that I have done with this preset. Now I'm gonna put names of 10 other songs which I have not performed on the playthrough but can be played using the alternative Swiss Army knife preset. And they are Now as a challenge, I ask if you're up to it. Try finding the right transpose values and play these songs using the alternative Swiss Army knife preset. If you're successful, then record yourself performing it and tag/mention Trackbout and that you use Ripchord and the alternative Swiss Army knife preset on Insta or Facebook. Spread the word to all fellow musicians, bedroom producers to try this out today. If by May 1st, the Ripchord and this preset crosses 10,000 downloads, I'll be coming up with another loaded chord preset. Till then, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay at home, stay indoors, and whichever way you can motivate or boost the morale of all the people who are working to keep us alive, try and spread as much positivity, love and light to them and everyone around. Cheers. Psycho out.